I'm Mike Kilburn.
And I'm Renee Joseph.
And we're about halfway through travel season.
That's right, Mike. So our producers decided to go around and find some of the best travel spots and restaurants we've featured so far this season.
That's right. So get ready to experience the best in and around Ohio. That's straight ahead.
We're starting in Amish country with Jackpot Pottery and the Merry Band of Makers, a local made-from-scratch shop.
That's right, Renee. You know what? And not only do they offer classes and workshops, but they also make pottery and jewelry.
I am the girl named Jack. I am the owner here at Jackpot Pottery and the Merry Band of Makers. We are a distributor of glazes and clay bodies. We are also a fully functional studio that gives classes and workshops and also has firing services. We do everything from 6-week classes to one-day workshops, family art nights, ceramics for kids, and we also have a mobile ceramics program. So we are currently in the process of expanding into another building right next to us. We are putting in a 24/7 key fob access studio that will be for members, so people can come in and do as they please at any given point in time of the day. So if it's at 2 o'clock in the morning, they can come in and work on their clay projects, or if it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We cater to multiple different kinds of people. Generally, it's kind of the older folk, but we typically handle anybody from both younger generations to the older. You can check us out on our website, www.jack-pottery.com, or you can also give us a phone call at 419-792-0111.
There's always great shopping in Amish country. Our next guest is Modern Farmhouse.
That's right. And she tells us what makes her shop a unique experience, plus her daughter's new shop that's just about to open.
Modern Farmhouse is unique because we try to make things special and different here. I don't think you ever see the same thing over and over and over again, and it's mostly the visual part of it that I love. I love creating visual displays here. Anything from floor to ceiling that we do here is just out of old repurposed pieces and unique items that we find from pickers or going and picking ourselves. So here at Modern Farmhouse, we get all types of customers from anywhere across the states. It's always fun. My famous thing that I always ask people is, where are you from? I want to know where everybody's coming from. Olive Branch Home and Garden gets a lot of repeat customers. Her plants are phenomenal, and so she's very well known, so people can't wait for when she opens her store. For all the years that we've been open, we've had a clothing boutique inside here that's been called Urban Farm Girl. This is our daughter, McKenna Van Kuren. She will be located downtown Millersburg at 96 West Jackson Street. The boutique is probably going to open sometime here in May, that we're hoping to have our opening date.
So what we'll be selling is mainly women's clothing. We'll have a little bit of accessories, which includes jewelry, bags, hats, shoes, stuff like that. And then we'll have a little bit of home goods. More of like a boho style is what we're going for. I'm very excited. I'll also have a photography office. My photography business is McKenna Van Kuren Photography. So I'll have an office in there for my clients to come into and everything like that. So yeah, we're very excited.
So you can reach us by phone, again at 674-3881, area code 330, or you can check out our Instagram, which is Modern Farmhouse, along with our Facebook page to see all the unique individual things that we have coming in daily.
The Millersburg Brewing Company was established in 2012. Their mission states creating classic brews for today's tastes.
You know, that's right, Renee, and we've been there and seen a lot of that growth through the years. It's definitely a place for good food, beer, and great times.
Well, in the last year and a half, we've tripled our fermentation space capacity for the brewery. We can now brew up to about 10,000 barrels a year. We've increased size of our kitchen. We've got over 200 seats in both sides of the brewery. With doing that, we needed to increase our kitchen capacity, and we've done a little bit of everything to make it more accessible for people to get in here, get served within a reasonable amount of time. Our anniversary, May 7th, our 9th anniversary, we're going to be having a lot of specials for that, both food specials. We're coming out with a beer especially for the 9th anniversary the beer will have a lot of 9s in it as far as alcohol level, hop level, everything, but that's the biggest thing that's coming up. 60 East Jackson Street is where we're located, Millersburg, Ohio. Our tap room is open Tuesday through Sunday, 11:30 to 9 during the week, 11:30 to 10 on weekends. Our kitchen normally closes an hour before the tap room does, but we've got 20 beers on tap. Our menu is just amazing, and it's still a work in progress with our new chef that just came in recently. MillersburgBrewing.com. Please give us a call at 330-674-4728.
Coming up, we visit a museum that contains the world's largest collection of privately owned locomotive steam engines.
That's right, and the Roundhouse is the first that's been built of its kind and structure since the 1950s.
Like the Out and About Facebook page for pictures, video, and more on the show, including news on upcoming shows and even exclusive behind-the-scenes content. That's facebook.com/OutandAboutColumbus.
Lehman's has been voted the best place to visit in Amish country for the 5th year in a row.
That's right, because the products they have are tried and true. Whether it's for your home or for your garden, they have what you need since 1955.
Your motto is to live a simpler life. Tell everybody what that means.
Sure. It's not the what. The what is the product. The why is part of it, why you would do something, and the how is part of it, how to use our products. After all, you're not going to buy a butter churn if you don't know how it works. But the why is really the crux of it. Why would you bake your own bread? Why would you have a garden? And the answer is a simpler life is more satisfying, it's more fulfilling, it's comforting, and it's sustainable.
People come from all over the world, and you're well known with large media outlets. Tell us why that is.
Lehman's was founded by my father, Jay Lehman, in 1955 to serve the Amish. Over the years, the store grew and grew and grew, but he continued to carry the practical, non-electric products that most small-town hardware stores quit carrying in the 70s and the 80s. So when I have done interviews with the Wall Street Journal, the Washington Post, the LA Times, I've asked them why they're talking about Lehman's, and they say they've searched the world over. There's nobody doing what we do on the scale that we do it. Now, keep in mind, there's not many people that do what we do. We've got everything you need to live without electricity for heat, food, light, and water. That's what my dad used to call the cake, the core of the business. And then the icing is the toys and the food and the pretty dishes and the cookie cutters and the apparel.
So whether you want to live off the grid or you just want a simpler life, Lehman's has everything.
Exactly. Say you were sick of city life and you totally wanted to go off the grid. We are the one-stop shop for heat, food, light, water.
Where can people actually find you?
Our retail store that we're standing in right now is on the square in Kidron, Ohio, even though our mailing address is actually Dalton. We're open every day except Sunday, and we're always open at Lehmans.com.
Glenda, it was a pleasure to meet you. Thanks for sharing your wonderful store.
Oh, you're welcome. Happy shopping.
The Age of Steam Roundhouse and Museum is more than just a collection. It's a living, breathing roundhouse.
That's right, Renee. And that's where restoration specialists work to restore railroad cars and machinery and things of that era. It is an amazing project that they undertake there.
Well, the founder of our museum was a gentleman by the name of Jerry Joe Jacobson. He was always passionate about steam locomotives and railroading in general from a young age. And he always wanted to have a steam locomotive of his own that he could basically run and operate himself. But he realized very early on that he had to basically own his own railroad in order to do that in any kind of successful way. So he started building up what he called the Ohio Central. That started here in the Sugar Creek area with excursions running from 1989 up until the early 2000s. The goal of the museum is essentially to display and interpret the collection that our founder had originally started. We're trying to preserve railroading history as well as trade skills. We've only been open to the public since 2019, and people are still, not sure who we are, where we are, if we're even open, because our founder kept this place pretty much under tight reps while he was still alive. We are here, we're open from the beginning of April through the end of November, just before Thanksgiving. We are at ageofsteamroundhouse.org. You can purchase tickets to go on our tours through the website. We are located at 213 Smoky Lane Road, Southwest, Sugar Creek, Ohio. Our phone number is 330-852-4676.
Millersburg is known for its quaint, antique, and collectible shops and its handcrafted homey items.
That's right, and they have an event coming up. It's called Vintage in the Village, where you can learn about intriguing items for your home, and you can mix with artisans and learn about some of the things that may make you have some ideas for some great projects at home.
It is basically a big festival for vintage items, but so much more goes into that. Vintage, antique, repurposed, reused. It all comes into that. Yard art, regular artwork. We have artists that come, and we have demonstrations. So it's a full day of just the creativity side of what people do. My demonstrators are a basket weaver, a woodworker who carves into wood, and then also 2 young ladies that are from Holmes County that spin their own alpaca yarn and then weave it into rugs. Those are really exciting things because people will literally sit down and watch them do their craft. We have a brand new restaurant coming in sometime this summer. We have a brand new chocolate store that's opening up. Her chocolate is incredible. And then we have Flying Ridge Sporting Clays that opened up last fall. And that's where people that really like the outdoors can come and shoot sporting clays. The sporting clays, along with Rails to Trails, gives people an adventure to have when they come to Holmes County. You can go to our website, www.historicdowntownmillersburg.com. Facebook page, that's usually I get the most amount of people on the Facebook page, and that's just Historic Downtown Millersburg. Our phone number is 330-674-2412.
Coming up, we visit a farm that is really making a difference in the lives of children with developmental disabilities.
And they say that the transformations and changes they see is heartwarming. More on that straight ahead.
Would you like your business to make an appearance on an upcoming episode of Out and About Columbus? Send your contact information to info@outandaboutcolumbus.com to learn more.
Back in Columbus, one of our producers' favorite restaurant picks is CJ's Soul Food.
That's right. This is where soul food and music come together to birth a new soul culture.
My name is Jacob Gauss. I'm the general manager at CJ's Soul Food Columbus.
And my name is Monique Daniels. I'm known as Chef Mo here in Columbus. Jacob and I, we actually play with a couple of concepts. I was like, well, why don't you do Italian, or let's do something differently? And it was a team of us, him and his partner CJ and I. And we were like, hey, there's never any good soul food in the city. Let's do soul food. CJ was like, yeah, I'm from Cleveland. Let's do soul food. What makes CJ's different is the aesthetic, for sure. I've been a lot of places. I'm a foodie. When you walk into CJ's, the aesthetic is amazing. We have some of the greats on the wall. There's Michael Jackson, Prince, Patti LaBelle, Aaliyah. We have Kobe and Gia back here. And of course, the namesake CJ is on the wall. And unfortunately, we lost CJ in June of last year. So it wasn't going to be called CJ's, but the concept all came together perfectly. So that's basically where it comes from. The food is amazing. We have such great reviews. You can taste the love in the food for sure, and that stands out. You can feel it. I'm listening to 90s R&B when I cook, and you can taste it in the food for sure.
Currently, our hours are 11 a.m. till 10 p.m. The kitchen is open Monday to Thursday. We have a full-service bar, so we also offer cocktails as well. Our happy hour is Monday to Thursday, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., where you can get half off starters and $2 off our cocktails. On the weekends, our kitchen closes at 11. On June 10th weekend, we have 2 bands coming in. Friday night is Harmonic Soul. Saturday night is Love and Community Band. So it's a good time to come and check us out then. You can find us on the website at cjsoulfood.com, and you can find us on Instagram and Facebook at CJ Soul Food Columbus.
We headed to downtown Lakeview at Indian Lake to check out the depot.
That's right. And this place has unique gifts, antiques, and collectibles. And we hear they have over 250 hot sauces.
So we've been here since 2014, and we definitely are a destination when you come to Indian Lake, and we have the Indian Lake experience. So shirts, hats, hoodies, magnets, tourist type stuff, stickers, decals, all the fun things. Well, the neat thing about the experience when you come here is that it always changes when you come in. We have about 80 different vendors, so we rent out the space, they stock it, we sell it. Some of our top 5 would be Cindy, Pam, Michelle, and definitely Urbane Farms. So my dad recently retired, and he has a little side hustle called Urbane Farms, and he does hot sauce tastings every weekend out front, and he's got a really nice display inside the shop as well. He likes to call them pepper heads or chili heads. So he's a big hot sauce guy, and then he also does the cast iron.
I retired last July and had been in the real estate business for over 40 years, and suddenly I didn't have much to do. So Brenda said, why don't you come down and help us? I wanted to have enough hot sauces that hot sauce chili heads were interested in coming. We have about 250 different brands. We do hot sauce tastings every Saturday from 11:30 to 3:30. We have vintage cast iron, but we also are a Lodge new cast iron dealer. Anyone who is interested in cooking over a campfire, at the local campgrounds, this is a good outlet for them to pick up some cast iron.
You can call us at 937-633-0147. You can follow us on Facebook or Instagram, The Depot Indian Lake, or you can follow us on the web at thedepotindianlakeohio.com. Business hours are Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 6, and we are open all year long.
Jim and Lisa Hartley were inspired to start Heart of a Warrior Farm after a trip to the Special Olympics.
That's right. And this couple has seen kids with developmental disabilities, anxieties, and other needs grow on the farm.
We here at Heart of a Warrior Farm, our mission is to improve confidence, independence with the use of horses for children and people with special needs. What sets us apart, I believe, from a lot of other facilities is we don't just train on horses. We create events and an atmosphere where people feel loved, needed, and they have a place to call home. We host about 4 times a year, we do a reading program called Reading with the Horses. All the participants get to bring Valentines to all of our horses. We give them all the names of the horses so that the kids make out of Valentines for the horses. And same way, as a barn, we create Valentines for all the participants from the horses as well. And they get an opportunity basically to sit and to read to a horse for an hour, creating a fun, relaxing environment that will help with their literacy. Volunteering here at the farm is an easy task. You can reach out to us via our website, our Facebook page, our phone numbers are on there to text and call. We have many opportunities for volunteering here at the farm, whether it be helping the children fit their helmets, saddling a horse, sidewalking a horse, leading a horse, cleaning stalls, or even just regular barn maintenance. So to be able to reach out and to contact us, you can go to heartofawarriorfarm.org on our website. You can go to our Facebook page, which is Heart of a Warrior Farm. You can either text or call as well at 614-604-4565 to get involved.
Coming up, we're going to take you to some states nearby to see all of the fun you can find.
That's right. 2 great destinations in Kentucky and in Pennsylvania. And we guarantee you're going to love some of the places that we're visiting. And then we're going to wrap it up with some great seafood right back here in Columbus.
Miss any of today's show? Now you can catch it all on the go. Just visit onacolumbus.com for past episodes and all of our latest content.
Ohio Wildlife Center is dedicated to fostering awareness and appreciation to Ohio's native wildlife.
That's right, Renee, and they do this through rehabilitation, education, and wildlife health studies.
So the Ohio Wildlife Center does a bunch for the community. So we have our Wildlife Hospital, which is located on Billingsley Road. We also have Scram Humane Wildlife Control. They help provide humane solutions to any wildlife in your house or outside of your home. And then finally, we have our beautiful 20-acre lot here that has our Bonner Barn, which was recently renovated. And we host events, we do tours. There's a bunch of other stuff that you can actually do right here at our center. We offer summer camp in the summer. We have Girl Scout and Boy Scout troops that come out. Really, you can rent the space for anything that you want to rent it for.
All of our animals that we have as animal ambassadors are non-releasable to the wild for one reason or another. So if an animal comes in like Jeff, who has some neurological kind of disabilities, he cannot fly or glide like he should. He gets dizzy when he walks around, so he has kind of a smaller house so that he doesn't fall too far. So when our vet staff was looking at him and we were noticing that he could not do his natural behaviors of climbing and gliding from tree to tree, so he would not be a successful animal out in the wild, but he does have a nice calm demeanor. He's comfortable with people, obviously with a little bit of peanut butter motivation. He makes a very good animal ambassador. These guys come out for all different kinds of programs. So our second Sunday event coming up, you can see them on July 10th. You can also book private programs. We do lots of little kids' birthday parties and fun things like that where these animals are out and about, and you can see them all over our property.
So we have multiple volunteer opportunities. You can also come and book an event at our barn, whether it's a birthday party, a scout event, corporate event, anything like that. We also have an Amazon wish list, and you can donate voluntarily if you visit ohiowildlifecenter.org.
In Erie, Pennsylvania, you'll find all kinds of things to do. Erie has everything for any type of getaway.
That's right, Renee. You know, you can relax along the calm waters of Lake Erie, visit restaurants, shopping, and a lot of attractions. There's a lot to see and do in Erie.
Well, tell us all about Presque Isle State Park.
Thank you. It's really a unique state park. It's located right on the shores of Lake Erie. Actually, Presque Isle is really a peninsula, and the word presque in French is almost. What it provides for us is not only access to the lake, but also it forms a bay, which allows for a lot of activities to take place, water activities on a bay rather than the lake. We have 7 miles of sandy beach on the lake. There's no charge. It's free to enter the park. It's free to park. The activities and everything, it makes it a very affordable opportunity.
Well, I visited there and it's very beautiful. Why is Presque Isle one of Erie's biggest attractions, and what is there to do there?
Well, there's, obviously the beach, which it offers, wide access. There's 13 miles of paved hiking, biking trails that go around the Presque Isle, the state park. There's also 14 unpaved trails for people to go out and see various wildlife. There's activities. You can rent kayaks, you can do kayaking, you can rent bicycles to go bicycle riding. So there's all kinds of activities that are taking place.
How do we find out more information about Erie so we can plan to visit?
There are 2 ways. One is go to visiterie.com. Our website has all kinds of information. We also have a free visitor app called Hello Erie, available at the Apple or Android store. And you can then, with the app, you can actually plot out your vacation, the stops you'd like to make, and it's GPS oriented, so it aligns the stops for you.
We're headed south to Moorhead, Kentucky. This town is nestled in the Daniel Boone Forest.
That's right. You're going to find great hiking trails, art museums, and boutique shopping.
Well, tell us, what is your biggest attraction?
So in Moorhead, I would have to say it's Cave Run Lake. With over 8,000 acres of open water and scenic views, it's the ideal place for all things outdoors. You can go boating, fishing, hiking, camping, all of those things. So if you're looking for something to do outdoors, Cave Run Lake's the place to be.
Well, how did your town get a national recreation trail right on Main Street?
Yeah, isn't that so cool? The Sheltowee Trace Recreation Trail does cut and run along Main Street in Moorhead. The Moorhead Tourism Commission worked diligently with the Sheltowee Trace Association, U.S. Forest Service, local governments, and others towards getting Moorhead, Kentucky to be a trail town. And with that trail town work, we were able to shift the course of the Sheltowee Trace through Main Street, which allows for improved accessibility, networking with trail systems, and amenities for hikers.
Paige, why would our viewers want to visit Moorhead, Kentucky?
Why not? There is nothing better than Moorhead, Kentucky. We have something for everyone, whether you're an avid hiker or if you're a biker, if you are a rock climber, if you love camping, a fisherman, whatever it is that you like to do, we have it here in Moorhead. I like to think of Moorhead as the perfect mix of wilderness and comforts.
How do we find out more about Moorhead, Kentucky?
Absolutely. You can visit visitmoorhead.com. That is our website. And I encourage you all to follow us on social media as well.
Back in Columbus, Jay's Crab Boil and Oyster Bar is a place for great seafood.
That's right, Renee. That's where you're going to find seafood boil and raw oysters. And you know what? You'd have to travel to the Gulf Coast to get some of the items you're going to find there.
Our menu is huge, but I just try to make the process simple, as easy, fast, and all based focus on the good ingredient, fresh. We are not like a high-end restaurant. First at all, the good ingredient, simple process, fast, quick, delivered to the table. Of course, we're doing the seafood boil good. All the seafood boil, the all seasoning recipe made by me. And the quality, entire restaurant, we don't use any MSG, all the natural ingredient and the natural seasoning. So we are not even only the seafood boil restaurant. Look at those nice, beautiful prime rib. We aged them over 10 days. And you can see those prime rib from the inside and to the outside, nice, perfect pink. And during the weekday, we selling the prime rib sandwich too. The French dip prime rib sandwich. As the small business owner, I do believe treat your customer right, treat your employees right. They are who keep me can come in here, open the door every day. And for the restaurant business, this kind of industry is more like a person-to-person business. If the customer want to make a reservation, they can go to the www.jayscrabboil.com.
Well, we hope you enjoyed today's show and you visit some of the destinations that you saw today. And if you missed any of today's show, you can always go to our website at onacolumbus.com. And of course, be sure to follow us on Facebook. Renee, what's coming up next week?
Well, next week we are headed northbound on I-71 from Polaris to Mansfield. If it's off I-71, you're going to find it on next week's show.
That's right. And remember, you can catch the show at 7:30 a.m. on the CW Columbus or at 10 a.m. on ABC 6. Until next time,
have a great week.